Our first exercise looks very simple. What we're going to do is walk the perfect circle around this cone. It sounds very easy, but it might be one of the hardest things you've ever done. If you've watched a figure skater skate those perfect circles over their tracks, that's what we're going to attempt to do here. But we're on a horse doing it. He has a mind of his own. Generally, when horses walk, trot, or lope, if you just let them go, they wander all over the place. So this is our first exercise in telling him that we are going to go in a certain place. And the certain place will be the perfect track around this cone. Why do we use a cone? I think it's very important sometimes when you're a little lost walking a circle to have something visual to look at. We have a center point for our circle. You could walk circles out here in the open, but if you don't really know where you are and you don't pay attention to the horse's body parts in every place they move to, you'll wander also. So what we're going to do is make this cone the point on our compass like you used in school. The horse will be the pencil. So we're going to try to draw the perfect circle around this cone. In the beginning, we always start with the slowest gait. We're going to walk this circle in the beginning. And how big a radius do we want to use? It's simply up to you. If you're on a colt that you can't hardly guide, this is such a great exercise. Make the circle a little bigger. As you make it smaller, you increase difficulty to a great degree, because it's very hard to keep this straight line, which is a spine, going in the perfect circle, because you have to allow slight bend. The very tight circle has a lot of bend, and I'm trying to get away from too much bend, because if you bend them too much, it off balances them, which is not to say that if you want to bend his head around to your knee, that's wrong, because it's not. They need to become supple. But when walking a circle, all you'd like to see is his inside eyelashes. If you're walking to the left, he shouldn't be so overbent that his head's wrapped around to your knee. That distorts several things. His shoulder will poke to the outside, and so he'll be walking a circle to the left but stepping to the right, which we'll demonstrate here in a moment. So the easiest way to walk a circle is to keep his head in front of him and bring all of him around the circle. His shoulder, neck, his ribs, everything coming around, but never to the extreme overbending part of walking. So let's give it a try. This is an old horse. He should be very good at this, but it never hurts to take him back to kindergarten and see what he can remember. The great thing about this exercise is that it's going to show you whether you can walk the perfect circle. These tracks are going to tell on you. As far as troubleshooting, what probably is going to be the thing that goes the most wrong? Well, our barn happens to be over here. And if I turn him loose, he's going to walk long on this side and short on this side, because he can get to the barn quicker if he turns sharp here. And if he doesn't turn at all on this other side, then he's closer to the barn. I'm sure you've always been taught to look to the inside of the circle when you were doing a circle. There is a purpose in that. It's not just to look pretty and turn your head sideways. What I want you to do is look where you're going and go there. What I'm trying to do is pick a spot that I think is my exact radius, and as I approach that spot, I'm going to look ahead and pick a new one. So all the time, I'm advancing to the perfect circle, because I can see now, if you'll look at these tracks, you can see that they're beginning to show me where I'm short, where I'm long. He ducked in on me there. That tells me I need to take a longer step next time. What he was trying to do was take that step to the barn faster than I wish to take it. But there's enough prints in the ground that it tells you a story. You remember I told you that these horses will tell you what they know. This horse says that he understands how to bring his whole body around this circle. It's quite a small one, but I can see his eyelashes. On the left side, he's bringing his neck around, his shoulders. And this is one of the greater teaching tools for learning to use your hands correctly. It doesn't take much movement on my part on this horse, but when you get on a baby horse, they will wander. You will have to move your hands in and out, your legs in and out, just to keep him on the track, because he's going to fall in, he's going to step out, and it's your job to be prepared to think ahead. If he steps out of this circle this far 3 times in a row, then he told me what he's going to do every time. There's no excuse for me not to be ready in this spot to bring him in that little extra notch.